Hi, this is my account Missing Pear, and I'm playing Brighter Shores one room at a time, completing every challenge before randomly rolling the next one. 3 months ago, I unlocked the fishing shop, which has caused me to have a massive fishing grind of 472 from zero, with only access to flounders, eels and lobsters, and after that 3 months, I'm finally free in this episode. Let's get into it. First clip of the video, so of course I missed it, but here is 600 total level. Another session of alchemy, and we've reached the next passive tier, Mushing Snake Eyes. Let's see how far we can get this alchemy, because I'm sure there'll be a few grinds saved if we can get this high enough, and the boosting potions will be very useful in the far future. 200 gold, I'm getting really rich. There we go, 372. I haven't got any unlocks left, I haven't got any ways to increase my XP from now on. It's just 100 straight levels of a march to the end. I just want to say, this grind is so AFK that half the time I'm not really paying attention, and then I see a load of messages in the chat of people congratulating me, and I'm sorry that I don't respond, but I do see them, and thank you. Since the last video, combat has been merged. That means we don't have 4 professions of guard, scout, etc. We have one combat profession. What this means for my account is that when I have access to mobs, I'll have to advance to that mob in the current stripe that I exist in. So, for example, if I get death crows, I have to defeat this death crow, not the one that exists in the stripe far beyond me. The reason for this is, there's 2 main reasons. First of all, even if I was to grind all the way to level 72 to unlock this, the gear and weapons I have means I wouldn't be able to defeat it. And secondly, this makes the challenge inconsistent for anyone else coming in later. Future episodes will change these stripes, so what's a 72 grind for me now, once episode 5 drops, could be dozens of more levels. So to keep it consistent, we're only going to be considering the current stripe that I'm on. We're here at the lobsters for a very important milestone. 400 fishing! Oh no! Anticlimactic again! I never figure out the XP I need. This one will do it. Woo! Very nice. Very nice to see 400 on the board. Hey, look, it's the funny weed number. Oh, there are still weeks to go. We have an Easter event, except I kind of cap out at 8 out of 32 eggs, and I have no chance of getting more by the time the event ends, so better luck next year. With this eel, get 441, and also 700 total. Oh, with this level, we're going to get 446, but more importantly, if I finesse the screen a little bit, we can see the end. It's right there. It's just lots and lots of levels still to go, but we can see it now. Want to see something cool? 450. Good morning, we have a new level. It is 100 alchemy. Crazy level to have reached just from this passive, but here we go. We're coming up on the end now. There's about 6 more levels to go, today or tomorrow. End of the line for fishing. Oh, that's 5 more, 5 left to go. here it is. I believe this is the last eel I'll ever have to fish. This isn't the level. This isn't the level. Yeah, 600k left. Hello. So yeah, what I can do now is in 6.5 hours, or a bit later, because some people want to see me get the level, I'm going to be able to finish my task. So just before I do, I'll do a proof of everything has been done in the legitimate way. We've got cards for eels and flounders only. Right from the beginning, we have no pufferfish discovered despite the mistake with the map. I have zero knowledge. I've never used a passive. I don't own the tools that I can't use. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I can see that my map contains everything that it should and one mistake that we're not going to look at. And that's everything. So next clip should be me getting the final level of the fishing grind and see if anyone wants to turn up. Today's the day and the crowds are forming. Shoo! Wow, what a party. And thank you for everyone that showed up. So let's go through what we now have on the wheel. It's been 3.5 months since I last rolled, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. So just to go through the options, we've got a whole lot that don't really do anything on their own. Places like the infirmary or the Delectable Dab restaurant, different streets that contain things that I can't do. But there's 3 main ones which will mean something immediately happens. One is the sparring area, where I'll unlock combat for the first time. One is Brannoff Boulevard, which is a foraging grind that isn't too bad. And Woolhope Crossing, I really hope we get. It doesn't mean I have to get anything, it contains the pufferfish, but it would mean my mistake on opening up the room would be fixed and my map would look better. So I'm hoping for that one. Alright, so we're here with the game and the window. Just make sure my capture's all fine. Yeah. So, these black flounders that took so long to get look nice in the water. A little bit dull for the highest level one maybe, but we'll just catch another one for luck. Look at that XP rate. Wish I had that earlier. Anyway, let's get on to rolling. Nervous, but nothing to do but spin. Oh. Boardwalk. No, that's close to the scrap metal. No, it's fine on its own. Oh. Let me just quickly look up the map. So, Boardwalk, yeah, it's this one. Here's the scrap metal, which I really don't want to hit, and here is the boardwalk. Oh, this is not great, but it is what it is. Let's go back to the game and go do it. So let's go explore that map room now. Yeah, the worst case scenario would be to get scrap metal without getting the scrapyard, because it puts me on the hook for a huge foraging grind of things that I can't actually sell. I'd have to then drop the scrap metal, which is just, it's a grim scenario to be in. Here is our boardwalk room, and the map expands. Awesome. So the fish that are here are herring, which, like all the other passive fish, I can't do anything with. And we have one new room, the room we really don't want, added to the list. So let me just fix the wheel and roll again. We're already done here. And we're back. So I've updated the wheel. I've gotten rid of the one we just rolled, the boardwalk. And we have East Waterfront, another skull emoji, death room that I really don't want to get. And I don't want it to be the same as the fishing one, so we're not going to roll that, we're going to roll something else. But there's nothing else to do but find out what my fate is. So let's see it. Okay, it's far away from the skull. It's Old Street West? Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's go make sure that's on Old Street West. Is this one with wall plants? But I don't have secateurs, so let's just go look at it. And the combat party is still going on. But here we are at Old Street West. So we've got a few options here. We've got the hairdresser and we've got the street continuing on. Let's just discover the wall plants and, yeah, secateurs. But I do past action, so if I did have secateurs, I'd be getting to 167, which isn't too bad. From 160, it would only be 5 levels, but right now there's nothing to do with them. So we've got a few NPCs, hairdresser, which is a quest location, and the street continuing, which would also unlock combat. So let me go fix up the map and the wheel and roll again. And here we are again. So we've got the hairdresser added and Old Street East. And Old Street East is another combat room, so we would unlock the ability to fight things there. It feels like I'm putting it off and I'm going to hit something bad, but let's spin again. Oh, am I going to thread the needle between 2 combat ones, or is it hairdresser? Cool, okay. I'm glad it's not the skull and it's right between 2 combat ones. Let's go check that out. Just window capture. So inside the hairdresser, I can finally change my appearance, but as we all know, a green bowl cut is the best appearance already, so this room is totally useless to me, but it will be part of a quest later, so it's nice to have that unlocked. But there's nothing there, so it's time to roll again. And it doesn't add any new rooms because hairdresser is a dead end. So, go back to the window. All I have to do is get rid of the hairdresser option, and we've now got this terrible block where it's 2 combat. Combat's not terrible, actually, that's a lie. But we've got a block of 2 things that mean something and the death chunk. So let's roll again. Ooh. Ooh! Yes! Awesome! My map is no longer wrong. Thank you. Wilhope Crossing. Let's go check that one out. That's a nice one to get, because that being wrong has been annoying me for months. The party's still going on. I just have to hope this isn't spoiling the video, but I told them to ignore me, so they should be obeying me. Oh, look, this room which is new that I've never been in before. But I can at least discover these pufferfish. So, I've got to catch 1 of each, and there is 8. There's also a piece of the obelisk here, which I can't interact with, but that's a quest item. So let's just quickly past action every single one of these. Get all that nice dopamine and discover all the new cards. There's more pufferfish variants than there are pufferfish. I'll actually have to wait for a respawn, which is a bit annoying. Rubber, merry old. What are the kinds? Only the last one is able to be cooked, which is unusual for these things. High tide, and then the last one is the unicorn pufferfish, and that is the one you can cook, but we don't have the kitchen yet, but it will be something to keep in mind. All the other pufferfish we can just sell. There we go, that's all All 8 of them. Here we go. High Tide, Unicorn, all the cards, the map. Would have been great to have pufferfish while I was on the fishing grind, but it is what it is. Nothing to do but figure out there's one more room across here, so I'll add that to the wheel and then we will roll again. Here we are. Lots of spins so far, which is good. It's nice to have a bit of a roll. Will Hope Crossing is gone. Will Hope Passage is here. There's nothing in there but passive combat mobs, which I can't do anything with. At least until I've got one of the actual combat rooms. So, without further ado, let's roll again. Is this where my luck runs out? Oh, hooked hand. Yeah, that's nice. That's a dead end. It's a little bar, pub. Let's go check it out. Hooked Hand is another quest location, but it doesn't do anything on its own. And it is also a chef's bounty location. So if we get the restaurant kitchen, we have another chance of doing something with our bounties. So yeah, a few NPCs in here. If we get the Lost Shipment quest started, they'll be useful. But nothing else other than a nice place to hang out. So, and it's a dead end, so there's no more rooms to add to this one. So I'll quickly switch back to the window, get rid of... Did I already get rid of it? Yeah, I did. We're down to 11 possible rooms, so we're whittling them down. Let's roll again. Ooh, we're past the skull. Overgrown pond. Interesting. Nothing that I can do there. But it does lead to somewhere. So let's go check that out. So the overgrown pond, once again, another quest location. It's got stuff in it, but I think both the things in it need tools, which I don't have. That's the scrapyard up that way. It's this one, it's the overgrown pond. A few things to discover. We've got nettles, great, but I need secateurs. It's got bugmen, which are a passive mob, but I can't do the combat yet. And finally, we have pondweed, which I think needs the net. Yes, okay, pond net. So 3 new things. We're stacking up foraging nodes, though, so that when I get the foraging shop with all the tools, I'll have plenty of tasks to do. But on its own, this does nothing. But it does lead off this way into the Hairbeast, and is once again a new combat room. Nothing without tools. So let me go fix the wheel and we'll roll again. Alright, back here we've got rid of the overgrown pond and I've added in Rubble Road, which is once again our 3rd combat unlocking room. We can't dodge it forever, so let's see what we get. Oh, infirmary? That's nice. Yeah. So, rest in peace my hardcore status, because not having the infirmary proves you haven't died. But if I do unlock combat, it's nice to not have to worry about unlocking the infirmary. And I just got that one. So I'm going to teleport there and check it out. Another good thing about the infirmary is they have been teasing a new quest, which should be this week, fingers crossed. And it seems to involve the infirmary in some way, so maybe it'll be useful as a quest room. Oh, here's the infirmary. I've not died, I swear, but I can no longer prove it. It's nice to get this top area of the map completed, and wow, our map is looking very large now compared to what I've used to been seeing. It has grown a lot, but we don't have anything to do yet, so there's nothing to do but take the infirmary off. It's a dead end room. It leads to the quartermaster, which I already have. I can take it down. We're down to 10 inputs. Let's roll and see. Nope, dodge that. Yes. Okay. Seashells Seashore is a lovely room that I can already do everything in. So let's go look at it, but I already know, I think it's got shells, which I already had. I can't do anything with the shells. Whoops, I've not been capturing the right window. Yes, so it's got shells that I already had, that I need a trowel for. It's got rock pools that I need a pond net for, but can I just buy the second net? I have to buy the first one. And then it says, I've saved myself 86 silver just by skipping over it. New tool on the fishing side of things is the cast net, because the Seashells Seashore contains the bass, right? So I just need to go there and get the bass. Get net for the bass cards. So let's go see another fishing thing that I've already completed, because the top bass was this one at 349. So here's Seashells Seashore. I've been stood on this beach for many hours. It's time to finally open it up to this one. So there is our shells. We don't have a trowel. Here is rock pools that we need this pond net to do. And here are our bass. So there's only 5 of these. I'll still need to wait for a respawn. The placid bass, the striped bass, just one emerald, drop the bass, and giant bass. And I also have a load more eggs in the rooms that I've got, but I will go around collecting eggs later. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that I can get any Easter rewards unless I somehow unlock all of Hopeport, but that's not happening. Just wait for the respawn. I want an emerald one. I want to drop the bass. And finally, the giant bass. Alright. Let's just step out again, and then this leads on to one room, so I will go fix the wheel and roll again. And we're back. So what's changed is we've got rid of Seashells Seashore and I've added Jellyfish Landing. It has stars, not because it's a great room to get, but it has starfish in it, and that means a new foraging grind. We're about halfway. Well, we've got more than half the board filled with actual things now, so we've cleared out a lot of rolls in a row. So I'm going to hit something soon, I swear. Let's spin and see. No, not the... salty swine. Yeah, okay. Another dead end one, so I know I can get rid of this immediately. On the map, the salty swine is the one right next to the other boat. It's another passive fishing one I can't do anything with. So let's go check it out. So Little Lucy was the first room I ever rolled off, and its neighbouring ship, the Salty Swine, is here. And you have Mackie-butts that I can't catch because I don't have bait. So there's nothing to do but roll again. So got rid of Salty Swine, we're down to single digits, 9. I can't keep dodging everything. Something is going to hit. So let's see if it's this one. Oh, there we go. Something has hit. Old Street East. Combat is unlocked. Awesome. Let's go see Old Street East and see if I can actually kill anything with what I already have. It's going to be very embarrassing if I die, but that's fine. I can always go back to the chest for more gear to force out a kill. So we've had Old Street West already. We're going to unlock Old Street East. More war plants, that's fine. There is 5 rooms which come off this, so we've just flooded the board next time I can roll with new stuff. But what's most interesting here is the death cruise. So, per my rules, I have to advance to the highest tier in the strike that I'm in, which is only level 3, so I'm hoping I can just kill it. But what I actually need to reach is level 32. Oh no, now I need to reach level 39 to be able to fight the primitive bugman. So we've got a little bit of a grind. It's not an instant room, but it's not going to be too long either. And once I hit level 15, I'll be able to unlock range weapons as well. But I'm hoping, vulnerable to cryo, I've got a cryo weapon at level 2, so I'm hoping that this goes quite well. Yeah, I'm getting the 2 cure stuff, but I know what to do, I swear. Behold combat. I should have brought potions. I do have the ability to make potions. I don't know why I didn't. But there we go. Already a level. Already a drop. We're so back. Can I even wear these yet? Yes. They're slightly better, but not in the nectar, whatever. So, here is my new task for the foreseeable future. I will get on with the combat grind, and I will see everyone in the next video.